My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, where I do have a request, but I can't do it right now. So, I have a request from Mr. Amar Halo. And it is to say the name of repeat every minion's kind of like war cry as I play it. But I need to actually kind of pull up a list of like audio files and stuff like that and all of that type of stuff and practice and stuff like that so that I can do that correctly, because I don't know all of the audio files off by heart, right? I only know the super common ones like Chillwind Yeti, Tazdingo, right? It's like, it's not, they're all gonna be like that type of voice, pretty much. But there's more obscure ones that I just don't know and I can't do right now. That said, we're going to pick Shaman because we played the other two more recently. I think this is actually the same set of options I was offered last time. Shade of Naxxramas is the best of these, has the chance to grow and be crazy. Scarlet Crusader trades 2 for 1 very often. I like Forked Lightning much more than I like Earthshock, even though Earthshock is really good considering it has the ability to stop the incredible death rattles that now exist as well. Burly Rockjaw Trog is an amazing card. That's a Bloodfin Raptor, which is just solid. Well, what did I say a Burly Rockjaw Trog is an amazing card for? It's okay. The fuck did I say amazing for? I think I actually take the Ancient Brewmaster and just hope to get good... no, it's gotta be Archmage, right? No, I'm gonna take the Ancient Brew. It's decent stats. Oh, it's gotta be the Dark Iron Dwarf, right? I want to take the Scarlet Crusader, but the Dark Iron Dwarf's so powerful. Plus, I'll have the ability to create thingies. You know, thingies. Totems, which I can send in with it. Mech Warper, because it enables an entirely different style of deck, but at the same time, it's just a really solid card itself. Harvest Golem is an amazing card, plus it's a mech. Wink, 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 wink. I have no activator for the Nerubian Egg, so that makes the Imp Master natively better. Hey, look, an activator for the Nerubian Egg, but it's still not that great. Wind Speaker for the double speak? No, I don't think it is. I think it's Ship's Cannon, even though Ship's Cannon's pretty bad. Yeah, it's Ship's Cannon just because it's a 2-3. Wolf Rider. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna take a Flesh-Eating Ghoul and see if I can build that up a little. Huh! Ogre Brute. Oh, I should have taken Crackle, actually, maybe. I think Ogre Brute is the strongest 3-mana card right now. Spiteful Smith is amazing for its stats, plus I have nothing on the 5-drop slot yet. Between these, I'll actually take an Earthshock to disable Death Rattles before I kill a minion. I always like having at least one Earthshock, hopefully. Ogre Magi for the spell damage? I mean, I only have 2 spells so far. Yeah, so I gotta take Ascension to counter the aggressive arena that currently exists. Out of these, I think I'd take the Flame Tongue. 1, 2... No, I don't have enough solid 2-drops, so I'll actually take the Gildan. That's gotta be a Rock Bite. Oh, it could be an Annoyatron because I have a Mech Warp. No, I don't have... I can't rely on that. It's a Rock Biter. Rock Biter for early removal, that is. I'd love to take the Antique Heal Bot to heal myself up a little bit, but no, I cannot take it when there is a stronger 5 on offer and I have no 5s yet. Strongest 5 in the game, Bomb Lobber, being able to remove a minion immediately. I only have 1 Overload spell so far, so the Unbound Elemental is unlikely to be particularly strong. But as a 3-mana 2/4, no, I can't do it. It's got to be a Burly Rockjaw Trog again. Direwolf Alpha is amazing because of the fact that we have totems. Whirling Zap-O-Matic can go crazy out of control. Loot Hoarder is good for the card draw, which I have none of. I think I take the Whirling Zap-O-Matic specifically for the fact that I have Direwolf Alpha, Gildan Stalker, Mech Warper, Ship's Cannon, all of which have 2 attack, right? And I don't want to overload on things that have 2 attack because it gives me no versatility. This has 2, this has 2, this has 1 as well, so I need early game power, so I'll actually take a Whirling Zap-O-Matic. That's an Earthring Farseer just with the distributed stats plus the ability to hit fucking Fire Elemental, it always is. Man, I don't like anything that's going on right now. This deck is a bad deck. I don't have anything strong enough to withstand making multiple hits, so Windspeaker is kind of useless. I think I take the Unbound Elemental despite not having anything really to work with it. Another Whirling Zap-O-Matic. Rock Biter for me. Cost removal. Cool. Oh, fuck. I really want to take the Hex, but I don't have any late game, so I have to take the Bolt of Sogo. That is so tragic. Faceless Manipulator to get some more late game. We did not get offered enough late game, and we had to pick late game in bad positions. other than that, it's a pretty solid deck. Kind of want to hold on to this. Most of our 3-drops are pretty good. The Whirling Zap-O-Matic's actually have an increased value because of Mech Warper, which I didn't note. Because then I can play Mech Warper, Whirling Zap-O-Matic on turn 2. Sorry, my phone was just left on. It was to my side because I checked it between recording arenas. And one of my friends is just hilarious.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Tuppence. Alright. Mulligan all 3 because I have better 2-drops. I even have better 1-drops. Fork Lightning kind of counts as a 1-drop, except it costs 3 mana, but you know, whatever. Yeah. Fork Lightning's only going to be good if, you know, it takes care of some significantly important foes. I don't see Fork Lightning being good for me here in the early game. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fucking totem on turn 2. This is tragic. But still, at least it's better than being a hunter or a priest or a warrior on turn 2 and having to use your hero power. Because this hero power actually does something. It fucking develops a card. Albeit a bad card, but it develops it nonetheless. And hey, it's actually gonna heal the fucking Imp Master after the Imp Master develops things for me. Luckily, my opponent seems to be similarly taking it slow. So, it heals first, and then the Imp Master creates something. I believe this is actually because of the order in which they were played, right? If I played the Imp Master first and then generated Totem, the Imp Master would damage itself first at the end of the turn, and then the healing Totem would go off. That is an extreme response. 2 cards to remove 1. Yeah, I think actually that's fine by me. I'm in a surprisingly good position right now. My opponent's just been playing incredibly slow. Which means that whatever they got from Unstable Portal is either entirely bad or just not relevant right now. Bomb Lobber. Bomb Lobber doesn't really get value hitting that, unfortunately. So I wanted to develop a kind of litany of small things before my opponent gets their Flame Strike or Blizzard turns. Attack Coin Blizzard? I think my opponent still does have the coin. Oh, that'll work. That'll do, Big. That'll do. Fire Elemental kills this. That kills that. This gets healed back up. That goes to 1 damage. I could do that. Is there any option for full board removal? Like, I guess... Bomb Lobber...
What to do?
Hope this gets hit. No, that's way too hopeful. Alright. It's this. That's the play. It's good to have the Healing Totem out as well, because then that's a 2-2 rather than 2-1, which means it has to be attacked by the 1-2, or a spell cast and then attacked by the 2-3, or, you know, any other series of things. It's really good to be playing a Shaman against a Mage, because they're going to want to use Flame Strike much more quickly than might be normal or good. Just because it looks like it's a powerful board. I mean, look! I've got a 6-drop and a 2-drop. Yeah, I've got a 6-drop and a 2-drop. See how I'm severely in advantage with regard to cards? Even though my opponent just Flame Struck my board? That's what I'm talking about. Actually, I think I should have gone 3-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop? Or 3-drop, 2-drop Totem?
Did someone say bomb?
That's a perfect target for a bomb lobber. Holy shit, that's a lot of bombs to your own face. Oh, that's unfortunate. But still, yeah. Here he comes to save the day. And I'm actually going to totem. I'm going to take things a little slower. I couldn't develop my 4-drop, so I couldn't develop anything stupidly strong. And I don't want to give my opponent a good flame strike. This has already achieved maximum value, so...
Truth is my shield.
That's a very clever thing to do, because this will heal back up to a 3-2 at the end of next turn, after I use it to pop a shield. So, very well done. Unfortunate for me. I'm actually going to sacrifice this. And the reason I sacrifice the 3-3 is because this is, you know, anti-flame strike play.
Do you need a blessing?
Do you want to have a blessing? It doesn't have to be a blessing. What's this? What's this? Fuck you. 50-50 the totem. Alright, now I just gotta hit this. That works. I'm relatively certain that my opponent doesn't have a flame strike, but if he does, there's 2 targets that he wants to hit with a ping. I feel like they would have flame struck last time. Yeah, you definitely don't flame strike in that position. Well played. I mean, I'm not going to begrudge you doing that. You're more than welcome. Spinning up. Okay. Here's the part where if my opponent has a flame strike, it's hilarious that they held it for this long. And also tragic. Is that a top deck flame strike? Is this card a flame? Oh my god. That's incredible. We lose. We have nothing to get back against that. Whee! We actually have 0 cards in our deck that are going to allow us to defeat a 3 card deficit, actually. I mean, Explosive Sheep is drafted in that class. You can see what I mean. There's no way for us to achieve, you know, balance here or overcome the deficit at all. Think of all of the cards that we have left in our deck. Can you think of any one of them that would stop us from losing? I'll give you a while to think as well. Have as long as you'd like. I've already changed the score to 0-1. You can see it right here. Yeah, I should just straight up concede. Like,
Are you ready
it's
for
very over. But people seem to get a little bit antsy with me when I concede, even though matches are over. So. Isn't this fun? Just watching me lose for a while. Hey, if I continue to play and there is even a slight possibility that any of the cards I draw gets me even near getting back in the game, I'll eat my words. All of them. Yum, yum, yum with a fucking fork. Thought we had that in the early game. So far ahead. That's a pretty good split for them, because it means I can't kill this guy for free.
That belongs in a museum.
That's what you got. And that's lethal. It was lethal even though I got the Taunt Totem, by the way. I had 9 health and my opponent had a total of lots of damage. Oh, right, I don't actually have to change the score data. I'm already on that. 3 victories with any class. I think I'll actually go back and re-roll that. I'm just gonna check that Hearthstone isn't down, because last time I couldn't leave the Hearthstone screen, it meant that Hearthstone was actually going down? Right, it's like BattleNet was going down for a patch. I just don't want that to be real. And I know that they're going to be patching relatively soon. For the... No, there's no message about patching. Okay. I knew that they were going to be patching relatively soon for the Blackrock expansion. Actually keep the Dark Iron Dwarf, because it's impossible to remove... Well, not impossible. It's very difficult to remove the Harvest Golem and the Harvest Golem's constituent components. Before the Dark Iron Dwarf is going to be able to come out, buff one of them, and then trade with it. Plus, I can play one of my 3s as a 2, luckily, right now. Come on, Dancer, Prancer. The rest of them, too? I don't know the names of the rest of them. I don't need to use the coin yet. Effectively, it's going to be the same. It was a very good top deck for me. Oh, attack the face. Don't attack. Don't attack the minion. Attack the face. Face. Fuck you. If they went for the face, I would have had a perfect response. Coin the Dark Iron Dwarf, attack it. I have a 4/4 on the field, they have nothing. Baby, look at all that value. Are you gonna kill my dude and then kill its... No, you aren't. You could see me go wide-eyed thinking that was gonna happen. Oh, thank you. That's actually really good for me. It means that the 2/1 component isn't gonna die to Hero Power. I also have the ability to coin a 6 next turn and then play a natural 6. That could be amazing.
Death does not scare me.
Yeah, it's amazing. So a coin, Fire Elemental deals 3 damage here, and then I have to trade 2 minions into it, but, you know. That's fine. Very powerful current board state. The earlier you kill a Deathlord, the way better it is for you.
Just me and Mr. Fight.
Regardless of what you get out of it. Do I give up 6 damage to the face to remove? Yeah, so it doesn't kill mine for free. There weren't too many great things that could have been, you know, pulled out of my deck by the Deathlord, unfortunately. Because again, the majority of our curve sticks about 2 and 3. A little bit on 4, barely any on 5, barely any on 6. We're running a very light deck, let's say that much. Well, I can kill that using Dark-Eyed Dwarf, which I imagine is probably going to be my optimal. Yeah. I mean, I have a very powerful board. Let's face facts. Very strong. And I have very good removal. I mean, I've got the Bomb Lobber for a huge target singular removal, and I've got Earth Shock for anything that has Death Rattle that I'm really scared with. Or if there's just something with Taunt that I want to ignore.
I wonder.
Where shall I strike?
Ooh. Interesting. Why that attack? You could have killed the 6-6. Sorry, the 6-3. Go for a totem. If you're not killing the 6-3, maybe you have spell damage plus Starfall and you're trying to remove... I mean, that's the only thing that really makes sense there. You don't have the spell damage. I mean, maybe you're using hero power for the removal there? Unless it's swipe, in which case, well... Now we've got a game on our hands. But if it's swipe, you wouldn't have fucking held it for this long. You needed to top deck swipe that turn. No, this game is over.
What to do?
It's over. It has been over for a while.
The light does not discriminate.
The light does not discriminate. No reason to dig them out. They were a fair opponent. Didn't really spam emotes. Didn't really take too long on any of their turns. Fair enough. Never made a prediction for this deck. It seems now that the less predictions I make, the better I seem to be going. So I predict that I am going to have 3 losses. That's another suggestion by Mr. Amar Halo there. Make a prediction for 3 losses and you'll never be wrong. Because I'm never going to go 12 wins, evidently. Although I have done it before.
I must protect the
Once.
For Doomhammer.
I was kind of mulliganing with the high hopes of getting mechs worth playing. But then again, I don't have that many mechs on 4, which is what I would be doing, right? You've got a 2-mana mech play on 2, and then you accelerate into the 4-drop slot.
Powering up. Portals online.
Now, it looks like my opponent was probably trying to prepare themselves to use the Argent Squire plus hero power to remove a 2-3. This kind of denies them that.
It's clobbering time.
There we go. That's my impression of that one.
Trogzor. Trogzor.
Trogzor, Trogzor.
You call that a way?
Aim well, friend. No! Why? It's the worst thing it could have hit. I would have preferred at that point if it hit the face. Well, fuck. Let's see how far this arena goes. My guess is no. 3-1 hits my 2-3. Hero power kills my 2-1. 3-drop is played. Oh! He's psychic! He knows all the cards before they're played! Are you ready for a miracle? Are you as ready as you can be? 50-50, here we go. Boom! Why? 50-50s. The first one wasn't a 50-50 either. It was a 50-50 for missing, and then it was a 25% chance to hit the fucking worst target. So, it was more of a... like it was,
What you looking at?
I threw it back and play it again! No, I have to remove this. Unfortunately, I don't have the one final damage that I need to take down that 6-7. Oh, no, I do! It's actually about the order of attack. You attack with Gilban Stalker first, this goes up to 5 attack, and then it attacks that. Well, that's not gonna happen. There's an art to turning a laugh into a cry. It's well worth learning. Please get me taunt. Oh, 50-50 and I got the 1-1 rather than taunt. I don't really care. It's a video game and I've had a lot of fun with it today. I went 7-2 with the Rogue earlier today. I went 10-2 with the Rogue with a Mage 2 days ago. I'm having a grand old time of this video game. I'm having a right laugh. I'm so far behind with cards. Oh dear. I've got to use a rock biter weapon to kill a 6-1. I don't have late games, so it's not like I'm about to go, haha, you fucking walked into my trap card, woo, and win the game. I can't do that. My deck does not have the capability for supporting such a thing. I've just run out of value. Too many cards. Too many dicks on the dance floor. No, too many cards behind. Can't do anything.
I wonder.
I'll remind you, one card has just removed 2 of mine. So my opponent is severely ahead in terms of card value, and they're still 2 for 1-ing me. Oh, innovate!
Get back, you scurvy dogs!
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not fucking pre-attacking that with the rock biter weapon. S my D if you think that's a good idea. Don't need to do that. It's just a phrase that people use from time to time. Hey, they didn't hit the 50-50 that time. Hallelujah. 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 Love that. Is this going to be our first fucking arena, like fucking throw arena in a very long time? It may well be. Stay tuned for more. Now, I'm not cutting to a part 2. Why would I cut to a part 2 on this arena? Have you seen how it's been going? I just don't have any flip, and I don't have any strong early control either. Like, the rogue has so much versatility in strong early control because you've got your hero power and then you've got all of those beautiful little control-y spells. This? Nick so much. Okay. Hey, at least maybe I'll have the Imp Master's Imp to use the Dark Iron Dwarf to send something in. Alternatively, I won't, because my opponent has a 1 damage Fire Blast, so that'll just kill it. Yeah, I'm not really going up against good opponents to be fighting with this deck. Good opponents to be fighting with this deck would include no one. Blank spaces.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh, of course you will. Actually send my 1/1 in. Because keeping the 1/1 just gives me a vulnerability to a few things like, Arcane Explosion. Gives me a little bit of vulnerability to that. Vulnerability is the word I was looking for, not vulnerability.
What to do? What to do?
There's an L in vulnerable. Oh no. If you're wondering why I'm so disappointed, developing any minion worth developing this turn is going to get me harmed significantly.
Tazdingo!
Yay! 3 mana Tazdingo. Well done. Attack the Tazdingo, because otherwise my 1/1 gets pinged, and I just lose it for no value whatsoever. This isn't going well? I mean, traditionally this wouldn't be seen as something that was being successful in any form. If I top deck Forked Lightning, I might have a happy day. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a very sad man.
Special delivery!
Hopefully they don't realize that they can... I hope to God that they use the Emperor Cobra to kill that rather than anything else. Come on.
Tazdingo!
Yeah, they're gonna use the Emperor Cobra. Good. I'm sorry, what? Well, now I can't really do anything. I mean, I can't Fire Elemental this. Because then my 3/3 dies for free over in the other direction. Taunt's good. Is it? Is Taunt actually that good for me this turn? That attacks that, obviously. That attacks that, pretty much obviously. I'm pretty happy, actually, for the Dark Iron Dwarf to be sucking up a few of those hits. You know the worst thing? If that's mirror entity, I can't really play around it right now. I just need to play into it. Is that true? No, it's not. No, I need to try and play around it.
My eyes are open.
It's not even mirror entity. Great. Now I'm playing around a secret that my opponent doesn't even have. I wanted to use Fire Elemental to remove the 2/3 that turn.
I wonder.
Yes, wonder indeed, Kyrell. Is that... Are you gonna trade that into... You really are. You're going all the way with LBJ on a fucking Mana Worm? Do you realize how vulnerable Mana Worms are? Allow me to demonstrate. Okay. Mech Warper's not really allowing me to play anything. I don't know what this secret is.
Bring me steel.
100% killing that. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I'm gonna do this preemptively. I'll leave it there. So the reason I did that preemptively is because my opponent had a 4/3 Divine Shield, so it would have been able to run the 4/3 Divine Shield into the Fire Elemental and then Fire Blast in order to remove the Fire Elemental, and then still would have had a 4/3 available. So I wasn't particularly interested in allowing my opponent to do that. Basically, they had like a Death Rattle kind of effect on it, ish. If you want to think about it like that. This is bad enough that I can test for Vaporize. I don't want to overextend my board. Not against the possibility that my opponent's been holding Flame Strike this whole time. I haven't been watching their hand closely enough, unfortunately, to be entirely certain they do or do not have Flame Strike. What is the card that they would hold, though? Fireball? Likely. That's the wrong one to hit.
Job's done.
Can't be Mind Control Tech, because I had minions on the field last turn. They would have Mind Control Teched if they had it.
I hear you got a problem.
Oh, it's a Ravenholt's Assassin. Interesting. So you can either kill this. Either kill the minion that grows, or avoid it. Was basically the options there. I love that I have the taunt, the healing, but I don't have a taunt. Let's see if we can get a taunt. Oh, baby.
Powering up. Portals online.
Okay. So next turn I have a total of 18 damage. Yeah, ping whatever you like. It's not gonna work. I think we might at least go 2-2 with this deck. Woo! Wouldn't that be fun? So develop this first. Then attack the face, develop totem, attack that. Oh, baby, that's so good. And now, this is just kind of like in cryostasis, right? It's healing while it was frozen. And now it's just back to a 6-6. Flame Strike Aroni. Now everything's in cryostasis again. Whee! Spooning up. My opponent's reactions aren't going to be fast enough, right? This has to hit this and then ping that in order to remove something from my field, and then I still have a total of 14 damage left. So I don't need to preemptively trade. And we win the game. I think they're hitting the healing totem because they're really annoyed at it. Because of all of the value it's provided me. I don't need to dick them around because they played well, and they didn't really like BM or anything like that. It's been a very long time since I've encountered anyone doing BM. Which is strange. Okay, if we can get to the next win, that's 3 victories, so that's at least 40 gold for this deck. Then from 3 wins, we're likely to get between 40 and 60 gold, so that's... yeah, that's not a huge loss. That's a... I mean, we also get a pack, so we might as well think of that as a pack that cost us 50 gold, right? Because it was 150 to get into Arena, we get 100 back. So the pack only costs us 50 gold. Plus, we got to have fun while doing it. You know, maybe not this arena, but we got to have fun in general with certain arenas that we've played. Yeah, if I have the coin, I can get a way better opener than that, especially considering the amount of 2s that I have. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, coin 2, 2, coin, sorry, coin 2, 3. I'm really confused by what I want to do with this deck. Okay. At least my opponent didn't play a, huh. Okay, let's think about it for a while. What did they play? Nothing. At all. So I need to have maximum damage on the field. But that means their cards are probably reactive as well. So I want to have maximum damage on the field in a card that doesn't really count if I lose it. So, which is more likely for me to see? Holy Smite or Shadow Word Pain? I think Shadow Word Pain is more likely. Because if it's Shadow Word Pain, it kills the Scarlet Crusader for way too much value. I also lose the coin, coining it out. But if it's Smite, it would only kill the Whirling Zap-O-Matic and wouldn't kill the... Whoa! Alright. Chill. Okay, now I need to start developing things that are safe against Holy Nova. And, against being stolen, so I don't want to develop the, Harvest Golem.
Join or die.
So safety against being stolen, what I'm talking about is I don't want to be developing, especially next turn, anything that has 2 or less attack, right? Because then it gets taken by a Shadow Cabal Priest. But more importantly, I don't want to be developing anything that that is particularly good for my opponent to steal with Shadow Madness and then use instantly. Say I give them the Harvest Golem, I put the Harvest Golem down on the field, it's 2-3, I have a 3-2 next to it. They use Shadow Madness, they take my 2-3, they run it into my 3-2, I lose 2 minions, but the Death Rattle triggers on their side of the field. So they get to keep the damaged golem and I lose 2 of my minions. How is that fair? It's not. Velen's choosing? You gonna choose Velen? Power Word Shield? Power Word Shield that. I'd love it. No, that's a Velen's choosing right there.
Join or die.
I'm being super aggressive right now. I do not have the ability to sustain this aggression. But I was kind of pushed to be super aggressive because my opponent didn't have any early plays. Whoa! Okay, you have problems, son. Yeah. I don't have anything in my deck that was going to help you in that position. Well played. That's our 40 gold, by the way. It's a 610. Oh, baby. We're having a very lucrative day, to say the least. We're at 720 just before we finish this, and 555 before we finish the previous arena. Oh, and that was only a 7-win arena, so we got 155 from the end of that arena. We also got 60, 60, and 40 from quests during that arena. And then we have another quest for this arena. Where are all these quests coming from? I have no clue. I'm just glad they exist. Also, it's weird that I'm kind of bugged in a situation where I can't leave the arena screen, but whatever, I don't mind. This is where I spend most of my time in this video game anyhow. Do I keep Forked Lightning? Not when I have an early curve, because Forked Lightning's overload would just fuck my curve. 2-3 into a 4, yeah, that's fine. Especially since the ship's cannon is one of the 2s that is actually safe against Shielded Minibot. Right, so Shielded Minibot is a... Ooh, baby. Shade of Naxxramas. Shielded Minibot is a 2-2 with Divine Shield. It's amazing. It's one of the best Paladin opener cards, right? Here's hoping that he doesn't play a fucking... Yeah. It was, here's hoping that he doesn't play a pirate and actually trigger the ship's cannon effect and kill my Shade of Naxxramas. Anyway, Shield Minibot, 2-2, Divine Shield, so it can kill 3 2s for free and then it's still a 2-2 on the field. But against a 2-3, it attacks, then there's a 2-1 and a 2-2 on the field, and then it just sits there. Doesn't matter. I am so fucking tempted. I'm too tempted. I have to. I'm sorry. I have to. This may be entirely suboptimal, but if I can just somehow leave these guys on the field for a while. I know! I know! I know this is dumb. I know. But it's also hilarious. Have you considered that? At this effect, I may as well have played 2 Shades of Naxxramas on turn 3.
Let me think.
Can you forgive me? My opponent's panicking so bad. Just like, what do I do? What do I do? I think it's actually time to cash in on the value I have. So that actually turned out not being bad. It turned out to be amazing. I'll put down the Ogre Brute rather than the Ancient Brewmaster because I don't want to bounce anything back right now. Sure, this kills this. This likely dies to some effect this turn as well. I don't mind. Does it survive? It survives? Oh. Okay.
Me smash you. Wait. Trespasser! Trespasser!
You don't have a way to kill it though.
Trespasser!
First I summon a totem. Give me heal or taunt. Heal.
Trespasser!
Or die.
I mean, you didn't have a way to deal 2 damage to it from a naked board? Do you have a way to deal 3 damage to it with this on the board? So that would be... Well done. Well played. Alright, the name of this arena is In the Shade, by the way. 100%. Not even fucking... I've got to write that down somewhere so I remember. It has to be. That's the most fun I've had in Hearthstone Arena for a very long time. Just with, like, specific, surprising interactions giving incredible value. Oh, man. Both of them are epic cards as well, so it's not something that's going to happen every day.
Thrall versus
Oh,
Uther.
fucking hell.
I will fight with honor for Doomhammer.
Okay, so I keep the Shade of Naxxramas and I throw the rest back so that I can probably get a 2. Hopefully I'm getting a 2 that sustains my board, while the Shade of Naxxramas can just grow in the background. I mean, people are crazy about killing Mech Warpers. Here's hoping my opponent is. And that they don't coin anything out this turn, because if they start off to a, like, aggressive beginning, then I'm kind of fucked. Even if I can get a Flesh-Eating Ghoul to be a... Yeah, I can get the Flesh-Eating Ghoul to be a 4-3 this turn. But it's still better to develop the Shade of Naxxramas. And also I want to kill this so that my opponent doesn't use, you know, what's it called again? Muster for battle and get 3 daggers going out.
It's clobbering time.
This is gonna be tragic. Alright, he's got a 25% chance to hit my Shade of Naxxramas before it gets to a size where it'll be powerful enough to kill the Ogre Brute. So he's gonna have to hit either this or my face. Okay, please, just 25% chance, hit my... Nah, it didn't work. That's fine. The worst case scenario was it kills the Shade of Naxxramas. What of it? Yeah, whatever. Hey, that's actually really good for me, because it means that Avenge doesn't trigger. Pointing out of 5, what are you doing?
You gotta be kidding me!
Really?
Get down!
That is not what I thought was going to happen. Oh well. Was it worth using a Rock Biter to play around? Maybe. It's a 1 mana card for a 1 mana card. Unfortunately, the double shade did not work out this time in the way that we'd hoped. We've got 6 directed damage next turn, from 3 from the Rockbiter weapon and 3 from the Fire Elemental. My opponent can't develop in any way any particularly big minions this turn.
What you want?
Baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. And all I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Just a little bit, mister. Taunt. Not the taunt. So my opponent's still kind of very stuck for playing high mana cards. They can't play anything that costs more than 4 mana this turn. For a minion, at least. Yeah. That's a pretty costly one right there. Well, now I'm severely in front of my opponent. Okay. I had a 1-1. Hang on. I traded a 1-1 in. Flesh-Eating Ghoul, Stranglethorn Tiger. So I had a 1-1, and I had my Stranglethorn Tiger out. My opponent would have played a, they would have played the Mind Control tech if they had it, so I don't need to play around it. I play the Whirling Zap-O-Matic, because I can actually get 6 more damage in to secure lethal next turn if I have this out. I give it the Rockbiter weapon, it goes up to 6 attack, it can do 12 damage by itself. That only kills the Whirling Zap-O-Matic. Well played, you dick. Let's just not acknowledge that opponent. If you think I'm just being a dick towards them, no. That person is just an asshole. Okay, you'll be able to figure out why if you think about it for even half a second. Okay. This deck is going surprisingly well. At least we got to 5 wins. 5 wins is kind of the point where I go to a deck and I'm like, eh, okay. Either this was a deck with at least some potential, or I played it in a way that gave it some potential. Okay, fine. You get a very tentative thumbs up deck. Tiny Tauren is the enemy we're currently versing. I like having the choice whether I want to play the Whirling Zap-O-Matic or the Gilded Stalker. It's a very relevant decision. Plus, I might even play a 2 into a 2 plus Forked Lightning in order to clear my board if my opponent coins a 2 this turn, and it's a 3-2 rather than a 2-3.
I'll show them.
2-2 works as well. So my response to a 2-2 is 100% always going to be Gilded Stalker. But if they also play a 3-2 this turn, it means that I Forked Lightning in order to kill both the Mad Scientist and... yeah, that's not a 3-2. So it kind of removes my enthusiasm about that play. Do you actually have a secret? Totally do. Right. Oh, that's an amazing... that is the best totem that I could have gotten. Bless you! You probably won't hear that. Someone sneezed in the other room. I mean, I get to test if it's Ice Barrier or Vaporize or any of those ones. Oh shit, it totally is Vaporize. I'm a lucky boy.
I'll put it on your head.
Now I get to return that to hand, and having the healing totem in hand is actually a surprisingly good card. I mean, look at it. That's a card that I might consider drafting in certain circumstances. Right? It would have to be up against pretty shitty cards, but I would consider it, right? But being able to choose when to play it makes it so much infinitely stronger. Spinning up. Plus, since it's in my hand, if I totem, I can still get a healing totem on the field, because it checks the field, it goes, is there a healing totem here? No. And then it plays a healing totem, then I can play another healing totem.
Try this.
Oh, shit!
Well played.
That's a good get. That is a good get. I got well got. Ah, fuck you. That means I can't put down the healing totem attack and then have it healed.
Me smash you.
Okay, that always goes down.
Me smash you. Well.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Because this can kill this for free now. I mean, I could have put that Direwolf Alpha next to it, but then that just gets hit by the Fiery War Axe. Are you gonna kill with that? That's a surprising loss of value. I mean, it isn't loss of value, it's just... I would have wanted to hold a charge. And a 2-1 minion. Personally.
Shields up.
Holy shit. Wow, you're ambitious. You are one ambitious little tyke. Please give me spell damage. Okay. So do I go for an initial hit on something before I run? Well, I do. This one is way less powerful than the rest of them, so I try and hit this first. Thank you.
For the crusade!
It double heals this. So now you have to use the ping plus the Sun Fury to kill it. That was a fun play, but I think it's actually a stupid play. Because now Flame Strike just punishes my face. Ping attack? God damn. I mean, I got a board full of totems. I got a lot of totems. I'm gonna have to totem dance pretty effectively with the Direwolf Alpha. So if I want a totem dance, I want the Stranglethorn Tiger way over the left and all of my totems on the right side. And that's because the Totemic Call summons your totems here on the right side of the board. They enter from this side, right? Which means you can place the Direwolf Alpha in the center and then just trade them off in sequence. That has to hit my face. Don't hit this. What? 20% chance! There's actually nothing I can do now, just so you know. Like, I can flood the board as much as I'd like, but I can't kill that. That is a 20% chance for that to happen. Okay, my score is now Ragnaros. Hey, how many wins did you get in that last arena? Ragnaros. Ragnaros ended my last arena as well, with a fucking 25% chance hit to the face. So I just want you to know, I hate Ragnaros. How are you killing my only good minions? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do 6 damage. 6 damage to Ragnaros. Maximum amount of damage I can do. Of course, duplicate, no. Feel free to have as many cards as you'd like. So watch. Imp Master summons over here. Ragnaros, 100%, is either going to hit the Direwolf Alpha or the Imp Master. The two worst targets for me that it can hit.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Truth is my shield.
Oh, no, just hit the standard one this time. So
Let the dark in.
I'm gonna give it the old fucking college try. Always like to. We've been fucked for a while now. And rough as well, not like caring, loving, making love. No, this is brutal. Yes, it is. You see what just... You attack that. Ragnaros attacks my Dark Iron Dwarf. No damage is hitting my face. None whatsoever. My opponent is basically just playing with their food at this point. It's a little offensive.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Right, of course. Expect nothing less.
Well played.
No! Come on! You needed to hit the Ragnaros! I haven't got enough damage to their face to do that! No! Okay, how much damage do they have this turn? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Okay, Three, 4 plus the 2, 2 now. You don't want to have a fun video game and try and see whose Ragnaros beats the other one down? Fine. You're lame. Six, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, they have 10 directed damage. We lose the game. What were we? 5 over 3? 5-3. Ragnar's just fucking sniping all day. God damn. And I'm not even broadcasting live, I have no clue. I'm on a huge delay. I'm on basically like a fucking 16-hour delay here. I have no clue how he's sniping me that hard, but he is. Relatively okay success for that deck. It was In the Shade, right? Was the name of the deck? Whoa!
And legendary.
I thought that was a normal, right? I like to open from least powerful to most powerful. So, Golden Legendary. Plus it's Gazlo, right? So I get to disenchant it and get any legendary I want, because I'm not fucking keeping Gazlo. Plus it's golden, right? So it's a golden legendary, it disenchants for the full cost of a legendary, so I get to choose whatever I want, basically. Quartermaster, which I actually didn't have a second one of, so that's amazing. And Matter Bomber. I feel like just disenchanting it right now. Is that my second Quartermaster? I just want to quickly check. I mean, I know I'm wasting your time, but just let me... No, it's my first Quartermaster. Okay, just let me waste your time for a while. Let's get back to the title screen so that I can say that my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. God, for some reason I wanted to say Oddworld New and Tasty. Usually I say The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. It's just all flipped, all tipsy-turvy today. The name of the arena has been in the shade because of those 2 Shade of Anaxaramus displays. One of them worked out surprisingly well, and the other one... The first one worked out surprisingly well. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on Hearthstone Arena, all of my content on Hearthstone Ranked, and, importantly, all of my content on Hearthstone Adventures, including the new Blackrock Mountain, which I believe I should have started publishing yesterday. So you'll be able to find a link to that down in the description below. Check that out. Until next time, hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. And we'll see you next time. Oh no, I fucked up the exit. No. I've ruined it. I ruined it all. See ya.